All right, thank you, ladies, and welcome back. And who'd have thought White House and Jacksonville would have started the year off 0-3? Tonight, they met at the Tomato Bowl. Somebody's getting a win, and here we go at the Tomato Bowl. White House looking pretty intense right there. Early on, Hunter Taylor finds Juan Martinez, but Juan gets stripped, and there is Daryl Menifee. Johnny on the spot to get the recovery, but Jacksonville not able to score. In fact, a lot of defenses in this game. Nobody would have thought that. Hunter Taylor to Juan Martinez again. Move the sticks right there. Tough running, but that's right. We're in the jungle. No scoring for White House. This time, Andrew Black to Ladarius Session, and Ladarius, look at the cutback move right there. Another one. Big yardage, but Black was down, had to bring it back. Andrew Black this time to Daryl Menifee, looking. Good job by Andrew getting out of trouble right here. Looking, rushing. Finally gets Menifee right here. Daryl doing his best to get to the first yard line marker. Doesn't do it. 0-0 after one. Can you believe that? Hunter Taylor trying to get something going. He's going to go to his tailback, Zendarius Haskins. Zendarius Haskins going up the sideline. Comes up about 3 yards short, but that's okay because Hunter Taylor knows how to set up the running game, and then a little play action, quick strike to his big tight end, Darian Lee, 7-0. But this one came down to the final seconds. 22-21, your final score. Thankfully, we do have Shane Stark, who was at the completion of this game. Shane, final score 22-21. How did it end?
Yeah, White House, they went up with about 2 minutes left on a crazy play. They were going for a 32-yard field goal to go up by 3 points. The field goal was blocked, but it landed in the hands of Jackson Driggs, who just ran untouched 17 yards to the end zone to put the Wildcats up. Then Jacksonville was trying to answer back, had an interception to give the ball back to White House, who went 4 and out, punted the ball. On the punt return, Daryl Menifee had a nice gain on that. On top of that, White House had a face mask, which put Jacksonville at White House's 10-yard line with 15 seconds to go. Jacksonville's first 3 pass attempts were incomplete to give them 4th down with 2 seconds to go. On that play, the Indians scored to come within 22-21 with no time remaining. Just before the extra point attempt, that would have sent the game into overtime. The Indians were called for a false start, which pushed them back 5 more yards. 25-yard extra point attempt went wide right to end the game and give White House the dramatic win.
All right, Shane, thanks for that inning. Unbelievable stuff right there, but how about White House getting that first win of the year? Final score 22-21. All right, more 4A district games for you tonight. Marshall was at Kilgore this evening, and what a game this was. Kilgore taking on Marshall, and this one would come down to the end as well. You go, Orta attempts a punt right there, but over his head. And then we got Marshall with the football. Deontay McKinney would recover it. 7-0. They score on the next play. L.D. Anthony fumbles on the first play after that. Christopher Johnson with the touchdown. So 14-0 in a span of about a minute. Marshall with the lead. Benny Colbert. This guy is big play all the time. Trying to make something happen on the punt return. He's got daylight. Gets all the way inside the 10-yard line. And then Cornelius Bell. 6 foot, 240. Wow, big load right there. He had a sprained ankle in this game as well. 14-7, Kilgore on the comeback. Marshall's a Landrick Tutt trying to make something happen. I don't think so. Chris Page with the monster sack right there. Kilgore would get the ball back. This little girl's got her bones, shaking them, rattling them. Riley Toller across his body to Rashard Edwards, but that drive would end like this as Toller just gets bum rushed big time by Deontay McKinney and Dakota Newsom. Let's see how this one ended up. Wow, in 2 overtimes. Congratulations, Kilgore. They get it done. 2 overtimes, 47-41. Pine Tree not having a good year so far as Knack wins 42-21 and Lufkin in district play all over Conroe 49-6. Okay. Whew, we've had some crazy finishes already. We're only 1 segment in. Chase Colsis, jump in here from the Tyler Paper and ETFileScore.com headquarters. You heard Shane on that crazy inning between White House and Jacksonville, and then in 2 overtimes, Kilgore. This District 14 4A, pretty good start, I'd say, right?
You know, it's amazing that you see that, Eric, because the whole district started off so bad. Only 3 wins in the first 4 weeks for these schools. And, you know, John Tyler coming out really showing that they're for real and that they're going to, you know, do their best to take another district title home. And then, you know, you'd imagine White House at least trying to score another 40, 50 points. They're scoreless going into the second, and a crazy ending there. And then Kilgore with a huge comeback. It's just craziness to think how this district's going to end up. You still think that JT's going to finish first, but whoever finishes behind them, that's beyond me.
And Chase, looking at that district, they're going to just fight each other for the next 6 weeks. Whoever gets in is going to have a chance to make a pretty deep run.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and pretty much everybody thought that this was JT's district to win, and then Marshall would be right there behind them. But when Marshall comes out and loses to Kilgore on the first game, it's anybody's district. And, you know, to be honest, I'd have no clue who finishes behind JT from here on out.
All right, Chase, when we bring you back in next segment, we want to get your take, of course, on Chapel Hill just really looking like a #1 team. So have that for us when you come back. We're going to catch everybody up on a great game right here. Dangerfield taking on Gilmer at Buckeye Stadium. Scotty, let's get right to the highlights of this one. Wow, lots of state championships between these two. Of course, Gilmer is Class 3A. Dangerfield Class 2A winning the last 3. Alex Allen trying to get things going as Ramius Wallace with a nice 15-yard run. Move the sticks right there. Allen and Wallace going to do it all over again. Just a little shotgun handoff right there. Wallace doing his thing for 30 more yards. Gilmer's kind of like, what's hitting us in the face right here? They would not score on this drive, even though Alex Allen goes up top to Darian Terry. That was big for a touchdown, but there was a yellow flag on the field. No points on the drive right there. Good camera work right there by our man Jason Garrett. Luke Turner trying to get his guys going. He hits Darian Pollard. Move the sticks right there. But you know what? Gilmer has problems, but they did wake up in the second half and really pull away. You just can't hold down Luke Turner very often. 47-24, your final score. All right, Van versus Spring Hill. Got the red versus the blue right here. Spring Hill's Tyler Nichols to Matt Ballards. Nice little game right there by Matt. Later in the drive, Tyler Nichols is going to roll back again. Looking, but we all know about this guy, Dalton Santos, best defensive player in East Texas, maybe the state. He's going to Tennessee, but he's worried about Van football right now. Garrett Smallwood, the quarterback for the Vandals, passes to Carson Rucker, just kind of methodically moving the chains down the line, moving the ball down the field. Then this time Smallwood's going to pass to Rucker in the end zone, but who's got it? Looks like Spring Hill does, but it's wrestled away as we go to the scoreboard in this one. 28-7. Van is looking good. They win tonight. Gladewater Arp. Woo, gotta like a matchup like this one right here. Early on in this game, Gladewater and Arp, we've got Gladewater's punt, bad snap by Gladewater, and Kyle Copeland tosses to Michael Potts right here as Potts takes it into the score, 7-7. So we're tied, 7-7 Arp. And the big one here, and then, of course, more Derek Daniels hands off to Charles Gordon. That is a monster guy to take down, Mr. Gordon right there. 20-yard run. This time, Derek Daniels going back to Gregory. He gets in. That made it 14-7. And, Scotty, let's see how this one turned out. Came right down to the wire, but it is 21-13. Gladewater with the win. Clay Allo from the Tyler Paper joining us on the phone. Clay, you had a bird's eye view of this one. I love the matchup going in, but you know Gladewater kind of proving the 3A school deserved to win tonight, right? Okay, we're having trouble getting a hold of Clay. We'll bring him back in when he probably gets some good reception. Right now, 3A scoreboard. Henderson taking on Liberty Ilo tonight. Henderson Lions, of course, just cruising right along. 56-13. Mineola, 51-6. Way to go, Yellow Jackets. Big win for them. Canton, 42-10 over Mount Vernon. Pittsburgh falls to Tatum, 42-19. Carthage pitches a shutout, 27-0. Palestine, 28-20 over Athens right there. What a game. And then Brownsboro falls to Maybank 17-14, and the Bullard Panthers 38-6 on the road tonight. Congratulations to Coach Wilson and company. Break time right now. More highlights and scores coming up.